Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful women in the Bible, Hannah. Her story is found in the book of 1 Samuel, and it is a story of pain-waiting mockery, deep prayer, and supernatural turnaround if you have ever prayed for something for years. If you have ever been misunderstood, if you have ever carried silent pain, then this message is for you. Stay with me till the end, because Hannah's story will change the way you pray. Hannah was married to a man named Elkanah, but there was a problem. She had no child. In that culture, barrenness was not just painful, it was humiliating. It was seen as shameful. To make it worse, her husband had another wife named Peninnah. Peninnah had children. Hannah did not. And the Bible tells us something very painful. Peninnah would provoke Hannah constantly, year after year, mocking her, reminding her of what she didn't have. Now imagine that, not just waiting, but being reminded daily of what you're praying for. Here's the powerful part. The Bible says the Lord had shut her womb. Sometimes it is not the devil. Sometimes it is not village people. Sometimes God is working a bigger plan. Hannah's delay was not denial, it was divine timing. At this point in your video, you can softly sing a worship line like, "Waymaker, miracle worker," or "What God cannot do does not exist." 1 year, during their yearly visit to Shiloh to worship, Hannah reached her breaking point. The Bible says she was in bitterness of soul. She went into the temple and began to pray. But this wasn't a normal prayer. She wept. She poured out her heart. Her lips were moving, but her voice was not heard. And here is something powerful. The priest, Eli, thought she was drunk. Imagine praying so deeply that someone misunderstands you. Sometimes people misjudge your desperation. They don't understand your private tears. But Hannah replied, "No, my Lord, I am a woman of sorrowful spirit. I have poured out my soul before the Lord." That is the key. She didn't gossip. She didn't fight Peninnah. She didn't quit church. She poured out her soul before God. There is a level of prayer where you stop explaining yourself to people. You stop defending yourself. You stop complaining. And you carry everything to God. Hannah made a vow. She said, "Lord, if you give me a son, I will give him back to you." This is deep. She wasn't just asking for a child. She was offering destiny. Here is something many people miss. After she prayed, nothing changed immediately. There was no instant miracle. No angel appeared. But the Bible says something powerful. Her countenance was no longer sad. That means before the miracle showed up, peace showed up. Before the child came, confidence came. Before the answer came assurance. That is faith. When you pray and stand up differently, the Bible says, "And the Lord remembered Hannah." When God remembers you, your season changes. Hannah conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel. Samuel means asked of the Lord. Every time she called his name, she remembered that prayer works. But here is the hardest part. When Samuel was weaned, Hannah kept her vow. She took him back to the temple. She gave him to serve under Eli. Can you imagine praying for something for years? Then giving it back to God. That is maturity. That is surrender. That is trust. Samuel did not become an ordinary child. He grew to become one of the greatest prophets in Israel. He anointed kings. He anointed David. Think about this. If Hannah had not prayed, Samuel would not be born. If Samuel was not born, David may never have been anointed. Your private prayer can shape a generation. Here are 5 powerful lessons. 1. Your delay is not your denial. God may be preparing something bigger. 2. Take your pain to the right place. Not social media, not gossip, but God. 3. Deep prayer produces deep destiny. 4. Peace can come before the miracle. 5. When God blesses you, honor Him with it. After Samuel was born, Hannah sang a prophetic song in *** 1 Samuel chapter 2. It was a song of victory. She declared, "My heart rejoices in the Lord." This woman moved from tears to testimony. Let me speak to someone watching. You may feel like Hannah today, waiting, crying, misunderstood. But hear me, God has not forgotten you. Your prayer is not wasted. Your tears are not ignored. Your season will change. The same God who remembered Hannah will remember you. If this message blessed you, like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement. Drop a comment. God will remember me. And if you're part of this 90-day journey, stay consistent. Your obedience will birth something powerful.